I failed many times before in my 10-year career in the subject of marketing. But the times that I've actually succeeded, it's because of one thing. In this episode, we're going to talk about that exact thing that you need to fully understand before you invest your hard-earned dollars in the subject of marketing. I'm going to tell you the key and the exact thing that you need to do to succeed in the world of business with the help of marketing platforms. Let me tell you about it. My name is Manuel Suarez, and I'm the CEO of 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗡 Marketing Agency. We are the Marketing Ninjas, and I want to share with you today the importance of having a marketing strategy. The many times that I've had success in the game of business, in the game of marketing, it's always been connected with a strategy. If there's one thing that I learned from my father, which was my greatest mentor in my life, is that you cannot win a war unless you have a plan, unless you have a strategy, unless you know exactly how you're going to win that particular war. It's not about having an individual battle. It's not about one individual battle that you have going on, but it's more about what is actually your plan to conquer the marketing game. Sometimes it's just as simple as looking at the opportunities today and finding out what's working in the world of marketing and implementing those particular things to your business. Not about leveraging opportunities of the past. Marketing is about leveraging opportunities today. You gotta know strategy. The word strategy basically is the one thing that you need to focus on, which is what are the series of actions and steps that you're gonna take every single day and week by week and month after month to ensure that you get the attention that you need in order to scale your business. Make sure that you're not bleeding out and you're accomplishing success. So I have a brand, which is my brand that I co-founded with my father and my wife since 2008 called Natural Slim. This brand is a very successful brand and we do a lot of e-commerce revenue overall. When we started actually taking it to a new level was when we created a very solid marketing strategy. And that strategy began with putting my dad in front of the camera, talking to the world, and giving what I like to describe as a superpower, his ability to make the world a better place. So I'm gonna briefly go over this strategy with you guys today because we have it all in writing. And it's the one thing that I want to make sure that you are very clear on. Before you invest money in advertising, please know that if you don't have a strategy in place, it is very likely that your money that you're putting in advertising is gonna go to waste and you're gonna lose every single penny of your advertising budget because marketing doesn't work like that. There's no such thing as overnight success in the world of marketing. You gotta make sure that you have a system in place that allows you to capture attention, which in turn allows you to capture revenue. And that comes with a strategy. So let's talk about what things you need to have in a strategy in order to make your business and your marketing successful in the world of social media platforms. Let's go to the whiteboard. So this is our brand. This is Natural Slim. We service people in over 9 countries, but this particular website over here is focused on the USA only. It needs a strategy. So if you Google the word strategy and you look for a definition just from Mr. Google himself, what does it mean? A plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim. For example, the sentence says, time to develop a coherent economic strategy. We need a plan of action because we're trying to accomplish a major or overall aim. In the case of Natural Slim, this is my dad over here, our goal is to service people in the United States for this particular brand in the Latin American community that want to get our help on the subject of health and the metabolism. We're trying to give them a program that is gonna make their bodies better and it's gonna put their control of their bodies back on their hands. That's our major aim that we have. We're trying to create a positioning. We want to be able to compete with a lot of the big players like Herbalife and Jenny Craig and all these guys that have a system they've had for a long time. That's our aim and that's our goal. We are going to do over $45 million in revenue this year. And we created this brand 14 years ago in the United States. So we have been growing every single year and accomplishing the exact aim that we have for that particular brand. But we had a strategy in place. So before you actually start advertising on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, or any place for that matter, whether you want to do traditional advertising or you want to do digital advertising, whether you want to do a billboard campaign or media mail or you want to do a Facebook ad, You got to look at everything as a whole. And that's something that takes time, and it needs to take your dedication and energy into making it happen. So I want to share with you guys some of the basics of our marketing strategy here in Natural Slim USA. So this is our Natural Slim marketing strategy, and I'm giving you the insights of a company that is doing, again, like I explained, over $45 million in revenue just in 2021, and we're gonna keep on going upwards and expanding, especially during this COVID-19 era that the world of the internet has accelerated massively. Companies that have an e-commerce positioning, that have the ability to service people at a distance like we do in Natural Slim, we're doing better than the average. The brick and mortar stores are not doing as well as we, because we were set up to succeed in this internet world. So what are the things that you want to have in a marketing strategy? This is an entire world of opportunities, of platforms, assets, everything that you feel could be a part of the actual brand and the marketing game that you're a part of. So the first thing that you do is that you look at products and services. Our service that we have, the number one service, is what we call the personal program, which includes the necessary supplements and products to kickstart any person on his weight loss journey, weekly consultations, reference and educational material, and a personal guide that takes them step by step. Our strategy is to be positioned as a service organization more than an individual product. We don't believe in miracle products. My dad had a lot of education on the subject. We believe in servicing people and making them change their lifestyle and their habits. So you detail what is the overall view for your brand yourself. And then you look at your key performance indicators. In our case, you can see that anything above 3 ROI is good. If we get to invest $1 in advertising and we get $4 back, we're winning. One of the main reasons why we're winning here is because we also have a lot of nurture going on behind the scenes. We do a lot of email marketing, messenger marketing. We do a lot of communication, text messaging marketing to people so they can keep on getting connected with our message over here. So we're looking for a target average order value of $120. And we're looking to generate enough phone calls to the call center, because our business right now is divided in 3 parts: a call center, our e-commerce on Shopify, and also our Amazon brand, which is on Amazon United States at this point. Customer acquisition value, how much are we generating right now? Platforms and assets. You can see here, what are our assets? Well, we do a quiz to find out if a person has a fungus infection. We do metabolism tests on our internet. We got our YouTube channel called Metabolismo TV that has 4.5 million subscribers at this point. We do different guides, and we have a lot of information that we can give out to people so we can get their information, phone numbers and emails in exchange. We have all that stuff in here, and we went through a few days finding out everything that we have accumulated over the years that we can use to capture more attention and generate more leads overall. On the right side, you have the platforms. What platforms are we currently using? There's a lot of them. And some of these are more outdated, but we still keep them because they've been successful over the years, and some people are still engaged in them. For example, Constant Contact. We're not using Constant Contact at this point. We're very focused on Klaviyo, which is an email platform meant for e-commerce brands, but we still have it going on. TikTok, YouTube community, one-click upsells, which is there's an app for Zipify users, for Shopify users called Zipify, which was founded by the one and only and the legend Ezra Firestone. And you guys can see that it's one of our assets that we use over here. So you detail all of that as part of your strategy. And then you create a sales funnel. So how do you start? You start with branding. How does that work? Well, organic postings, seminars, webinars, YouTube videos, Facebook Lives, video views, podcasts, ads, etc. These are all branding at the branding stage. Then you move into list building. You bring them into your world and you generate identities of people interested in your products and services. And then you educate with more sequences and more content. And then you sell, you upsell, and you cross-sell. And that's what you do on that particular journey along the way. Branding phase, you look at organic content strategy. Organic still has a lot of opportunity, especially in platforms that are on fire, like TikTok, like Reels on Instagram. It's easier to catch fire and get attention on these platforms right now. So you want to be able to incorporate that into your marketing strategy. It's part of taking advantage of these platforms that our ancestors never even dreamed about having, and we do. All we got to do is press a few buttons along the way. Paid advertising, what are we gonna do? How much money are we gonna spend? How much are we gonna spend on every single stage? You, at the beginning, if you have content particularly, if you have the ability to help people with your information, you gotta pay some advertising dollars to Facebook, to Instagram, to YouTube to get your content seen by people. That's gonna be a guaranteed negative return on investment because you're just literally investing for attention. You're not investing for revenue, but that's part of that journey. You gotta brand yourself along the way in front of these people, especially if you do provide a lot of monthly value to people along the way, a lot of education. List building, what is a strategy for that, right? We're using Facebook ads, we're sending traffic to our website to get a metabolism test. We're also using Facebook and Instagram lead generation strategies. Right now, one of our most valuable strategies is Facebook lead ads because Facebook lead ads are keeping people on the Facebook ecosystem, on the Facebook world. And if you do that right now with iOS 14, it's important that you know that if you send them to your website, 50% of them are not going to be able to be followed. And if you keep them on Facebook, you're going to be able to have that information there. Klaviyo's, our monthly budgets. What are we doing on the nurture, on the education side of things? What are we doing SMS? What are we doing on email? Those are things that are part of it as part of the strategy. And then what are we doing with the upsells and the cross sells? When somebody buys our product, one of the most important points in an entire customer journey is when somebody already opened up their credit cards and they gave you the information. At that moment, you have an opportunity to present to them other products that are gonna help them get better results if they start using them. So that opportunity is special. We use a software called 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡, like I explained earlier, that has something called one-click upsell that if you have an e-commerce platform, you can easily integrate natively with Shopify, and it allows to present other offers once somebody decides to purchase one product from you. Very important to increase the average order value along the way. More details on that, how we're gonna get that done. SMS broadcasts, we're gonna do the pre-sale landing pages, we're gonna do desktop notifications, and Klaviyo emails, and daily messenger broadcasts. It's a lot of work, as you can see. You gotta look at the entire thing of that brand and the entire thing of the world itself and throw into your marketing strategy every single thing that can help you get more and more results along the way. That is the beauty of having a marketing strategy. Marketing strategies are dynamic. They can change with time, especially during these times where technology is moving so fast. You gotta be willing to change and adjust marketing strategy constantly because things that are working today are potentially going to be irrelevant next month or next year. So this is something that moves all the time. But if you have this foundation in place, you can always go back to it and see what's working and focus on what you can scale that's working and make sure that you cut the bleeding on those things that are not working out. Over here, you can see we even have Google Ads. We got a lot more things going on over here that you can detail in your strategy so you can now get to work and execute on that individual strategy one thing at a time and try to get your account, your brand to the next level with a marketing strategy that's successful that you can scale. So hopefully this video provided a lot of value for you. I want to thank you for being a ninja yourself and taking your marketing game to the next level. And I will see you on the next video. Get your marketing strategy done. If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and subscribe. Help me comment below and let me know if you have any questions about marketing. And I'm on a mission to help as many of you as possible conquer the marketing world. So help me out. Subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell, get notified. We're going heavy with content in this 2021 year and beyond. Go ahead and subscribe right now.